Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment by a federal court in Abuja for alleged act of terrorism against the Nigerian state. Well, first, this is a protocol trial. Even if the facts are true, alleged against him, it's still a political trial and a political action because there are many Nigerians who are not Igbos who are guilty of clear acts of terrorism against the state. Boko Haram activists, Boko Haram supporters who have openly identified have not been put on trial. In fact, some of them are either in government houses negotiating deals and compensation. Fulani headsmen, listed as one of the world terror groups. None of the persons associated with it had first trial for terrorism. OPC leaders, I was a lawyer to Fashehu and some of the leaders in Lagos back then. We know that Lagos is a theater of violence and killing. Nobody faced trial for terrorism. So Nnamdi Kanu, an Igbo, is the first person who has faced and been convicted after many years of being put to trial. So that's a political action by the Nigerian state. The process also for his trial have been very, very unfair. Renditioned wrongly against international law, been put in DSS cell, even as time trial for years, various decisions of the court in his favor disallowed, no bail, not even being remanded in prison custody. So he has been an unfair trial all the way. But beyond the fairness and unfairness, this moment is a moment of reflection and deep clarity. First, the whole idea is to entrap the Southeast in a form of violence that we saw during the Buhari time. But the message to Ndi was simple. Don't fall for this. No violence in the Southeast. None whatsoever. Second, I call on Ndi, I call on IPOP members, and maybe their supporters and friends of Nnamdi Kanu, those who are aggrieved, to turn this anger, rage into political action. It should be clear now that our salvation is not in the United Nations or some other American or whatever forces. It's at home, building a strong political movement. It's about creating leadership that can fight for us, defend Ndi Igbo. Nnamdi Kanu first trial because the Igbos are politically powerless. Nnamdi Kanu first trial, selective trial, because the Igbos themselves are marginalized, politically convicted and sentenced. So there goes Nnamdi Kanu, but actually there goes the Igbo nation. And so this moment is a moment of clarity for us to resolve that we're going to take over the Southeast, that we're going to get leaders, people elected who are governors, senators, councillors, chairmen, who understand the Igbo mass condition and ready to fight to protect us. Nnamdi Kanu is convicted because South Igbo have been convicted. Nnamdi Kanu is sentenced because the Igbos have been sentenced politically. A word is enough for the wise. No violence in Southeast, rather strong political action.